Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Murray. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2. And for Portland, we've got Robert Covington. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. Nurkic kicks to Giles. Passes it to Lillard. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Simons. Now the pass to Giles. And Bull pulls it down. And here's Denver. Martin with it. Now Covington defending. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 3-on-3. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's Bull, top of the key. Over Giles. Bull, that's good.
And the touch Bull has is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
Now Lillard. And there it is for him.
And just solid play out of them that time.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Martin surveying the floor. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's Simons. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Murray against Lillard. Releases. That shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Lillard against Murray. Yes, that goes in.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. From downtown. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. McGee dishes to Morris. Back to McGee. Gordon with no one around. McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Powell kicks to McCollum. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Pass to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. They double him with Rivers. Here's Anthony. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You know, I think they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Morris looking over the floor. That one goes in.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. McCollum against Morris. And here's McCollum. The tray. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cantor.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, well, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at small forward. Millsap finds Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Simons the pass to Lillard. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Fades and shoots. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Outside for Murray. He feeds it to Bol. Here's Jokic. Sinks that one from the post. Jokic has got his first 2 points.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard misses.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Wide open look here for Murray. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Jokic kicks the ball. Back to Jokic. And he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
Hey, Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence, and so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Mullins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Here's Anthony. Nice move. And he sinks the layup. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Trailblazers leading by 4. The three from Anthony. The shot, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. McGee finds Millsap. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now, here is Morris. And the basket is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Anthony down low. Millsap on him. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Rivers against McCollum. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that does it for our halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
Oh, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
They've got Giles, also Robert Covington out there, Damian Lillard out there with Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Out to the wing. Murray with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Jokic. A shot off that time. And it's Portland the other way.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Lillard. That shot off the mark. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. His first shot coming late. Porter, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good. Lillard.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Martin with it. Now Covington defending. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Nuggets with some changes. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Inside, stolen by McGee. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Morris. Bucket is good. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
McCollum outside. Good on the bucket. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Anthony. Passes to Pop. McCollum outside for the lead. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Up top, Morris. He's got 10. McGee's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And now they decide to foul intentionally for the Trailblazers. Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Norman Powell. Stolen by Rivers. And that's an intentional foul. And here are the Nuggets now. Campazzo, he is guarded by McCollum. Gordon dishes to McGee. Back to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Millsaps against Anthony. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Now here's McCollum. And there's the pass to Kanter. McCollum right side. Kicks it out to Jones. That's tipped. And Portland with another turnover here. It's all tied in Portland. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th.
Oh my goodness! That was spectacular.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
McCollum with the ball, and stolen by Bull. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's McCollum. Anthony trying to get open. And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Jokic passes to Murray, and he uses the glass on the layup. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bulls got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Murray. Pass to Bull. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Simons, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Martin's checked in for Denver.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And he commits the intentional foul. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Michael Porter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
Murray against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The putback can't hit the putback. Denver leading by 3. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Here's Lillard. Buries it down low.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Murray against Lillard. And shot on the way. The offensive rebound. Barton kicks to Gordon. Barton passes to Murray. Second chance effort. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Millsap's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
McCollum outside. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
A different look now for Portland. Giles comes in for Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Ball, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Gordon. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A shot by Lillard, wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Denver grabs the miss. Martin dishes to Morris. So we see Denver get the win here. All right, David, great job.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the DA.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, DA. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Simons in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now, here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The free throw is good from Lillard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now Jackson. Right side, Leonard. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. And Lillard throws it down.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to George. Five to shoot. A three ball. No good on that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's stolen by Morris. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Portland grabs the miss. Simons surveying the D. Here's Lillard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now here's Jackson. In the corner, George with it. 6 to shoot. A three from Leonard. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lets it go with a three. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Can't cash in from close range. Portland leading by 3. And now Portland on the break. Here's Nurkic. No good on the 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
That's
a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
but confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Jackson against Lillard. Fires the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Harry Giant. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anferny Simons.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Now here's Beverly inside. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverly.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Beverly against Lillard. Chalk up 2 there. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the action after this word. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony. Norman Powell is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Rondo, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Rondo against Jones. Man passes to Rondo and misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers leading by 9 on up the court. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Jones, and it's Jones finishing it off.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Rondo scanning the floor. Powell, no one around him. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Rondo. It's tipped. Stolen by Kanter. Pass to Powell. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Well, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
To the wing right side. Here's Man. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The pass to McCollum. Outside, Jones. Tips it up, and Kanter able to finish.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Morris. McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 17. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Portland.
And here's McCollum for 3. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. From the arc. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Here's Man. Lays it up off the glass.
I really like how Marcus Morris plays within the offense. This guy is so solid at recognizing when he should give it up.
Now here's McCollum. Down low. Got a piece of it. Morris with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Jones. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And McCollum puts up a deep three. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Jones. That three off the mark. Here's Mann. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Portland, 13 points up at the... Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq has that DNA. And that's going to do it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Marcus Morris money in the mid-range.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Jackson against Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Zubac defending to the inside. Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
The feed to George. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. No good from outside.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Outside Jackson passes it to Morris. Back to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. Pass to George. There's the 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pulls up. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's George. And he makes that one.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Pass to Simons. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Lillard. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. Finished off the break. George has got his second basket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The drive by Nurkic. Count it.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality.
Clippers trail by 14. Outside Jackson. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Man can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And the pass to Simons. And the 3 off target.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Hands it from downtown. Morris has got 5.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris kicks to Jackson. Here's Zubac. They grab their own miss. Morris passes to Jackson. The 3 from George. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard from outside. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And here's Jackson. There's the triple. No good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got Jones, C.J. McCollum out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Kennard, following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. From deep 3-point range, Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 14. McCollum outside for 3. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league, Kawhi Leonard, so hard to get a clean look against him.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Jacks up a 3. Powell kicks to Cantor. Pass to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Kennard. A 3 from Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
McCollum kicks to Powell. Trailblazers keep it alive.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cantor. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. Clippers trail by 15. Feeds to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. George against McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. And Paul George good for the 3.
Well, the 3 ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Rondo against McCollum. And he gets the bucket. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Kennard. And here is Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
George dishes to Rondo. The pass to Kennard. And here's Leonard. Guarded by Powell. Now here's Zubac. That's a 2 from Kennard. That one off the back iron and out.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Portland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And George, here we go. From the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim. Powell for 3. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. And the Trailblazers lead by 19. Outside, George. Will it go? No good. Shot missing. Anthony with the defensive effort. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean,
thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke. We have payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Bowl. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 4-point game. Outside Jackson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Murray, the pass to Barton. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Outside for Jackson. The 3 from Leonard. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. With the teardrop, Murray, no good. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Barton finds Murray. Here's Bull. Leonard with the steal. Jokic with the steal. Wide open look, and he comes up with the deuce.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Jackson passes to George. Batum with the ball. Outside for George. And the Clippers miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Gordon against Leonard. To the middle. Here's Kennard. Leonard kicks to Zubats. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Zubats.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now here's Gordon. McGee in the corner. Morris against Rondo. Kicks it out to Gordon. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Over Gordon. Leonard with the bucket.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard. Does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Denver leading by 4. Now Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Morris looking over the floor. McGee, the pass to Morris. Back to McGee. Denver needs to get off his shot. Stolen. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver, and Morris throws it down.
Good decision making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feat.
Outside Rondo. Right side Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Rondo against Morris. Millsap has the open look. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. It's good.
Such a great asset to have Millsap and his unselfishness be a part of the system.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bowl, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 6.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Barton kicks to Murray. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it. Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it. You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a switch here. At the elbow, Bol. Here's Jokic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
And so they foul intentionally. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Leonard against Gordon. It's George on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
McGee up top. Gordon with no one around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Leonard. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. There's the pass to Gordon. Out to Morris. Outside Millsap. Shot clock at 5. And it's Gordon missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. George finds Leonard. Back to George. All alone. Millsap grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Patterson, that's good.
That's where Patrick Beverley's defensive tenacity helps you out. Active hands, and he knocks the ball away.
Passes to McGee. Back to Morris. Pass to McGee. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Murray against Jackson. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Jokic.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
In the corner, George with it. The feed to Morris. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Outside for Murray. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, what's yours? And that'll do.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Jamal Murray. Jokic is out there at Bol. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Bol kicks to Porter to the right side. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Pass to Bull. Murray outside. Bull kicks to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nuggets.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Leonard looking over the floor. There's Jackson with the three. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Barton outside. Clock at 6. Jokic kicks to Barton. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Hands the 12-footer. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Well, you give up any kind of space like that to Jamal Murray, even from the mid-range, he'll torch you.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The pass to Kennard. Millsap with the steal. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Right side Millsap. That one no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. They get the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. To the paint. Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Passes it to Kennard. Misses the three. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Rivers passes to Morris. Back to Rivers. Fires for three. Rebound by the Clippers.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Jackson. That shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Morris, left side.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Ibaka against Millsap. And the basket by Gordon.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Jackson passes to Mann. Ibaka right side. McGee with the block. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Jokic missing. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot. Think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Nicholas Batum.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Jokic kicks to Murray. And the 3 off target. Here's the Clippers. And stolen by Barton. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Murray, good.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Beverly against Porter. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Tries again. Porter kicks to Murray. Denver passing it around. Jokic, make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And stolen by Murray. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jokic passes to Porter. Barton surveying the floor. Wide open. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. And George kicks to Beverly. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside Porter. Ball's knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. A different look for Denver. Dozier's checked in. And it's Austin Rivers in for Barton. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Here's Murray. Now here's Rivers. 5 on the clock. Murray outside. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the Clippers on the break. And here's George for 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Here's Dozier. He's covered by Leonard. Leonard with the steal. Goes up and finished off by Leonard.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Leonard brings the double team. Millsap passes to Jokic. He feeds it to Rivers. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Inside, Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a huge shot for Millsap there as the clock was just about to expire.
And stolen by Murray. Rivers looking over the floor. Whoa! And that's a rugged play.
Gracious. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. George finds Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. On deep. The shot by George, no good. Denver leading by 8. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Here's Dozier. Pass to Rivers. Jokic inside, defended by Batum, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
Morris is checked in for Murray. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Jordan. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Los Angeles with another miss. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Kennard, the pass to Mann. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morris. Millsap with the steal. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Dozier. And here's Rivers. Kennard covering. On the wing, Morris. Here's Millsap, and he lays it straight in. Millsap's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
So it's the Nuggets. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Greg. Colorado. And with
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Giles. He's out there with Nurkic. Damian Lillard out there with Robert Covington. And it's Simons in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, they've got Porter. Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent. who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Now here's Murray. Up and in on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Simons. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard attacking. Count it.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Murray the pass to Bull. Back to Murray. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Giles leading the charge.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Jamal Murray.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the inside, Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Murray against Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Plenty of space. Denver grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Blazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Rivers. He's off on that one. Good D by McCollum. Pass to Simons. He kicks it to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Down low. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's McCollum. Passes it to Simons. Back to McCollum. McGee with the block. 55 seconds left to play in the first. Gordon finds Millsap. Back to Gordon. To the left side wing. Millsap against Covington. Just 4 to shoot. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by McGee. And that'll tie this game up.
Love watching Millsap go to work inside. He's a pretty smooth operator in the paint. Good footwork, good strength, and good touch.
Here's Simons. McGee with the block. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Now the dish to Millsap.
Well, he's a fighter now, and he's physical, so he'll battle you inside, and Millsap's going to take it right at you. He really forces your hand when you're defending.
The Nuggets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
McCollum outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we... And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there at Bowl. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. Powell against Murray. Cullen passes to Anthony. No good on that one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Powell. No good. Shot missing. Murray with the defensive effort. Jokic finds Murray. Back to Jokic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Pass to Murray. Porter in the corner. Back to Murray. Bull with it. Anthony on him. Bull can't hit. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor for the Trailblazers. Morris dishes to Rivers. Morris kicks to Millsap. Back to Morris. Outside for Millsap. Here's Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Here's Morris. And another miss by Denver.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Outside, Covington. He feeds it to Nurkic, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Morris against Lillard. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Portland leading by 4. And the pass to Giles. And the shot goes down.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
McGee, the pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. Morris has got his first basket. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Back to Lillard. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
A different look for Denver. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Rivers kicks to Jokic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Cantor. Good defense by Jokic. So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2.
And you watch Bol on the defensive end, boy, he's got a lot of potential, especially as he adds strength to that frame. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
The Nuggets trail. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now, Jokic, 8 points for him. Barton finds Murray.
I don't think you can afford to give Murray any room to shoot his shot. I mean, he is a terrific scorer who continues to get better.
Over to the left wing. Here's Giles. Shot clock at 6. Outside Covington. And it's off from three-point range.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Jones with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Dishes to McCollum. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Knocked loose, and that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bol. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Stolen by Gordon. Jokic with it. Can't recover. Out to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. They get it back. Jokic. Rivers finds Gordon. Outside Millsap. 5 to shoot. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Had the space there, but it's offline. And now Portland on the break. Here's Jones. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. And the wide open shot from Morris. And another miss by Denver.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Zach Collins. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Lillard. Gordon the pass to McGee. Morris with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Millsap. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Portland trailing here.
Get on, CJ.
And here is Powell. Back to McCollum. To the middle. Here's Anthony. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Millsap in the corner. It's Rivers on the wing. Covered by Anthony. A 3 from Morris. The shot will not fall. No good that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nuggets lead by 1. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Bull in at the four-man position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Martin inside the line. Portland grabs the miss. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Murray surveying the D.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Jokic. Let's go. Bull the pass to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Out to the right wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Murray, the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Inside, here's Barton. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Lillard against Murray. It's Covington on the wing. To the inside. And stolen by Barton. And they're on the break. Here's Porter. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draw. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Barton. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Gordon with no one around. Outside for Murray. Morris with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Nurkic with the steal. Pass to Simons. Left side Collins. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. That's now 8 points for Nurkic. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Blazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Murray outside. Covington against Gordon. Inside. And Jokic throws it down hard.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
1:33 left to play here in the fourth. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. The 3. Collins in the post. Millsap covering. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Jokic finds Murray. And stolen by Lillard. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Right side, Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard attacking. It counts.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Murray outside. Out to Morris. There's the feed to Millsap. Back to Morris. There's the three. Collins grabs the miss. Now, here's Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work. Welcome, and nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Morris in at the 4. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the 2. Now here's Leonard. Back to Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's Simons. Here is Lillard. That shot off. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. It's deflected. Paul George with the steal. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Leonard missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got his team on the board to start the game for the Trailblazers.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Pass to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Clock at 6. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Beverly. Takes it out to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Pass to George. And the shot goes in.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Zach Collins checked in for Robert Covington. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. Here's Mann. Back to Jackson. The pass to Zubac. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. McCollum against Kennard. They get it again.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Jackson. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, launches a 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the basket by McCollum.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's Jackson following the basket by C.J. McCollum. To the paint, stolen by Collins. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And the shot is good. Lillard's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Kennard. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers leading by 6. Nobody near Lillard. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 9.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Mann. Down low, stolen by Cantor. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And that one drops for him.
Tough to question Beverly's commitment on the court. He knows how to turn defense into offense.
Lillard from outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at point. Pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Collins, good. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Kanter dishes to McCollum. Kanter trying to free himself up. McCollum no good. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Kennard. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The Trailblazers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. McCollum passes to Collins. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. A steal. And up the floor again. The Clippers running the floor. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Anthony heading to the hoop. It's deflected. Collins passes to Carmelo. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Kennard against McCollum. And now the Clippers on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Now the pass to Collins. Outside Anthony, 5 on the clock. Good on the three-point shot. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Beverly finds Leonard. From 10 feet out. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Kanter. Giles comes in for Zach Collins. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. McCollum up top. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target from three-point range.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Passes to Leonard. Here's Mann. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's McCollum for three. The shot, no good. The Clippers trail, and here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard outside. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Jackson passes to Mann. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the basket by Lillard.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard scanning the floor. Count that bucket. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And so it's Damian Lillard making. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, give us your team. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Mann in a shooting guard. Clippers trail by 6. Now here's Jackson. Morris right side. Back to Jackson. Right wing. Takes a 3. Mann can't hit.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Simons drops in the layup for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Morris outside. Jackson against Lillard. Fires from deep. A rebound by Simon.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jackson against Lillard. And here's Morris for 3. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
The pass to Giles. Shoots the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Portland leading by 8. Lillard the pass to Simons. Now here's Nurkic. Here's Simons. Just his first attempt. Covington passes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Covington dishes to Lillard. They'll go get another chance. Here's Giles. Passes it to Simons. Over Morris. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 8. Morris passes to Mann. Jackson in the corner. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Pass to Jackson. He kicks it to Patterson. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with this offense.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Anthony Simons.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
1:06 left in the third quarter.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
McCollum against George. C.J. McCollum, and that's good. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Here's Batum. Good on the shot.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to McCollum. Takes the three. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 9, and they're pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Lillard outside. And a wide open look from McCollum. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Cantor in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum with the bounce pass. Here's Anthony. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Kept alive. Kennard kicks to George. Right side, Leonard. The shot off that time, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum from deep three-point land. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 10. Kennard finds Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. And stolen by Cousins. A nice shot by George.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Cullum passes to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double teamed. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Back to George. Puts it up. Portland grabs the miss. Now Powell. Inside. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by George.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Beverly dishes to George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Fires the three. Los Angeles with another miss.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Awesome display. Fierce with the level of strength. DeMarcus with the impressive move.
Here's the pass to Nurkic. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Stolen by Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
Leonard against Lillard. Doesn't go for him. Ibaka with some nice D. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 23 points.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Batum with the bounce pass. Jackson finds Leonard. Beyond the arc. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
To the paint. Money!
Quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
The Trailblazers on offense. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Covington passes to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And as things get ready to roll, let's...
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Will Barton. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now here's Murray. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Murray finds Barton. Now here's Bull. Covered by Morris. It's Jokic, top of the key.
Just such an elite defender with unreal instincts. Kawhi Leonard consistent at locking up whoever it is he's guarding.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. And again, Denver no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to George. And Beverley kicks to George. Leonard against Barton. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Brute strength right there as he gets to the inside and scores.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's Barton on the wing. Back to Jokic. Murray outside. Beverley against Jokic. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Leonard. From the arc. Denver grabs the miss. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Porter finds Murray. Here's Jokic. Here's Porter. Jokic with the bucket.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverley. McGee. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Rondo against Morris. Rondo passes to Leonard. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Gordon against Rondo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Morris outside. This one for three. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Morris.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Gordon. Morris with the ball. George picks him up. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Rondo. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Leonard from 3. Got a piece of it. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Millsap. Gordon inside. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Morris. And he banks in the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And a deep 3 from George. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
They've got Patrick Patterson. Kennard is out there with Jackson. And it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Jokic. And there's the pass to Barton. Goes back up. Bull can't hit. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard, the pass to Mann. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson misses. Nuggets shooting the ball at 42%. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Jackson. We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. Kennard's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Murray dishes to Bull. Porter passes to Bull. Murray outside. From outside, off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins has checked in for Ibaka. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And Denver with a change here, too. Dozier's checked in. Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Beverly against Murray. Mann passes to Cousins. He dishes it to Beverly. Here's Mann. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Jokic with the bucket. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Here's Beverly following the score by Jamal Murray. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Barton with some nice D.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And McGee kicks to Gordon. Pass to Morris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Basket counts. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness, and a nice job on the break that time.
Beverly against Morris. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Morris against Jackson. Morris passes to Millsap. Out to Morris. Fires it up. He is hauled in by Paul George.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Ibaka outside. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. Here's McGee. And that one released in time, but no good.
Always.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Look,
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Clippers in the lead. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Now here's Leonard. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and it's Leonard again missing. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Cousins.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Now here is George. Shoots over Barton. And it's George missing. And a minute played as the second half gets going. For the lead, Barton no luck. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Porter with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the dunk by Bull.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Here's Beverly. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And here's Leonard. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bull's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson against Morris. Pass to Rivers. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Morris against Jackson. Morris dishes to Millsap. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3. The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second.
Lightning.
That was incredible. Morris against Jackson. Morris inside. Millsap trying to get open. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by McGee. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets. The Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The pass to Kennard. The tray. Rebounded by McGee. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's in there. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
I like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
Pass to man. Outside Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Denver with a change here too. Dozier's checked in. Passes it to Millsap. Back to Morris. Feeds to Millsap. He kicks to Rivers from past the arc. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They need a good offense.
Oh! Yikes! Look down below. About that finish. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Now here's Rivers. Makes it off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Morris against Rondo. Here's man. Cloak loose. Zubac with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Denver making a switch here. 3 on the clock. 13 feet away. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Leonard. Looking to end his cold spell. Another shot. Morris kicks to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Millsap has the open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
Here's Cousins. Misses. And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Cousins in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Out to the right wing. Jokic with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Clippers trail by 9. The pass to George. The feed now to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Kicks to Rivers. Pass to Dozier. Passes to Jokic. And Denver again with the bucket.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And an intentional foul right there. Now George. Pass to Morris. George looking over the floor. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And they go to the intentional foul. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the pass to Morris. Outside Porter. Back to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jokic. Shoots from 12. And he connects with the jumper. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Murray. That's a 2 from Kennard. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Denver leading by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now here's Murray. Outside Porter. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Passes it to Kennard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Murray finds Porter. Fires the 3. But they get it back. Here's Bol, defended by Ibaka. Offensive rebound. Bol, the pass to Morris. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Murray. Barton outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Murray. Now, here's Bol. Covered by Morris.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for Denver.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
On offense, here are the Nuggets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Bol, the pass to Jokic. Outside Porter. He kicks to Murray. For the 3. And stolen by Cousins.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Back to Porter. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Yep, it's good.
And they came in determined to take this.
it.